All right. Welcome back to the channel tonight. We are going to get going because I want to talk a little bit about those last four videos, and so it's going to make the video a little long. This is kind of like a continuation because as I was doing the research in the book of Luke, I saw that it talked about the 70 apostles that were sent by Jesus, and it made me think about the 32 former Aaronites, those John the Baptist, his disciples that Yahshua and Miriam trained to go out. And then it made me think of also the 30 travel companions. So that's already like 62. And then we just learned about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John becoming some of the very first leaders of this Nazarean Christianity. And this is what it is. I just want to show you from the jump. The term Nazarean Christian is Magdalene's prophetic reference to what modern scholars call early vegetarian Jewish Christianity or Nazarene Christianity. Now, if y'all remember, it's in the book of Matthew that it says he will be called a Nazarene. And so this goes all the way back to what is called the Nazir prophecy. But the Nazir prophecy was the prophecy of the coming Jewish Messiah of peace. And so that's what this whole messianic mission was about. I want to read Yahshua's sermon to the fellowship of the trusted companions of the Lord and the Lady. So excited to bring this finally, the names of these 30 travel companions, but I'm going to show you a little bit on Wikipedia about these 70 disciples. It says they're known in the Eastern Christian traditions as the 70 apostles. They were early emissaries of Jesus mentioned in the Gospel of Luke, and it differs between 70 or 72 depending on the manuscript. I think it was probably just a typo because 70 is looking like 30 and then 72 could be the 32, but I'm not I'm just showing you how close these stories really are. It says the passage from Luke 10, the only gospel in which they are mentioned, includes specific instructions for the mission. So that's what it's called, the Messianic mission. And I went to Luke just to read it. And it says, after these things, the Lord appointed another 70 also, and sent them two and two before his face into every city and place, whither he himself would come. And he said unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves. And this is in the Megillah, right in chapter 74. Those are the words of the Magdalene. She says here, we send you in a sense like gentle lambs walking homeless in a land of many wolves. Even so, I say, be wiser than the serpent-worshipping wolves, and remain gentle like a lamb. Return words of kindness for unkind words, and return blessings for cursings. For to be bitten by a wolf harms not the soul, but to behave like a wolf is to become a wolf. This is the Lord Christ and the Lady Christ talking to the 32 former Aaronites that are about to be sent out as these apostles. This is the night before the launching of the Messianic mission to Israel. Yahshua says, typically most of you will be divided into groups of 4 with a group leader chosen by us. Each group of 4 is called a block. Each group leader, called block leader or cornerstone, will report to one of our travel companions assigned to be the communication liaison to that block. And so this was a well-organized thing going on. They had the 32 going out, testing the waters, vetting people, and then coming back to the travel companions, having them vetted, and it was well orchestrated. And so right now we're going to read about these travel companions, chapter 50. The sermon to the fellowship of the trusted companions of the Lord and the Lady. So I'm going to summarize what's said here. Sarah Jalil says, those disciples designated to accompany the Lord and the Lady on their traveling ministry to various Nasarean settlements and congregations, they departed Mount Hermon and headed towards Mount Carmel. She says, those that accompanied the Lord and the Lady on all or most of their long journeys after their wedding were called the traveling companions of the Lord and the Lady. They consisted of the following 30 persons. The first 20 of the 30 were the first 7 disciples of Miriam, and they are Migdana, Sarah, she's called Jalil, she's the daughter of Migdana, Ya'ara, the Ali friend, Birdsong, Metrega, the midwife, Ya'ala, the herbalist, and Flower. Okay, that was the first 7 disciples of Miriam, and then the first 12 disciples of Yahshua were Johann and Sita, Yosef the Ari Matatiah, Yehuda the Strong, Philip the Horse Lover, Ora, she's the cousin of Yeshua, okay, and then Nathaniel, the Dream Reader, Levi, he was a convert, he was a former Aaronite who had converted to the Nasarean religion via the ministry of Matah, and then Matah, the prophetess as well, Taom, which is the twin brother of Johann, and Ra'am is the father of Johann and Taom. He's a wizard. And then it was the last one is Apollos, the prophet. And he was also called the prophet of Alexandria, because I'm so excited to get these names up here because there's a lot of stories about these people. But if you don't know who they are, now you know. That was the first 12 disciples of Yahshua that we just named. And then Sarah says the next one to be added is the first disciple of the co-messiahship, and her name is Magazira, the prophetess, and she's the mother of Apollos. Now we're at the next 7, which will bring the total up to 27, and that was Nicoa Hashekina, Perry the Magid, Zabadiel the wizard, Tehillah the poet wizardess, Rosha the wizardess, and she's sister of Zabadiel. And Tehillah is the wife of Zabadiel, and Zabadiel is the brother of Joseph. So we're talking about aunts, uncles, and cousins. So there's 2 more, Shalisha the prophetess and Mother Mary. Okay, and then the last 3 to be added to the number, bringing the number to 30, were added when the companions reached Alexandria. And the reason she's telling us that is because those last 3 are not here for this sermon, but they get added after this sermon. And their names are, it's a green wizardess that studied for many years with Gawina Jaman of the Alifim, a wise woman named Bithya, and her name means daughter of Yah. What a name, right? And 2 men, brothers by blood as well as by spirit, named Zephaniah, which means hidden treasure of Yah, and Zebediah, which means Yah gives. So let's get going on this Yahshua sermon to the fellowship of trusted companions of the Lord. After the companions of the Lord and the Lady had walked a half a day towards Carmel, they gathered for the noon peace contemplation and performed a solar ritual. Then, before resuming their walk, as the disciples rested beneath a cluster of shade trees, Yahshua preached a sermon to the companions. Behold, you are the fellowship of the trusted travel companions of the Lord and the Lady. After this visit to nearby Carmel, we will go to Alexandria, where 3 more will be added to your number, making 30, a trinity of 10s, a powerful number indeed. Lo, we build our church on the solid rock of loyal friendship. Truly, there is no sweeter fragrance than the scent of loyal friendship. Loyal friendship is the incense of our church. Invite to your home congregation only those that have the smell of loyal friendship. Let all others receive lessons at their home or in public places until they become incense of the variety called loyal friends. This is true even on the road, our campsite, wherever we set up tents for the night. It is the temporary home of the Lord and the Lady and our companions. Minister to all souls, but invite to our campsite only the most trusted of friends. We are one with the universe and all beings, but within that large circle are countless circles, and circles within circles. And in the inner circle of our church consists of our best friends. Some of our best friends are now performing assignments where needed elsewhere in this or other worlds. They take our presence with them. They live in us and we live in them. You, our travel companions, are one circle within the universal circle of our best friends. I say to all wizards and would-be wizards, keep an inner circle of trusted friends that have the right smell. That right smell is that of trusted, loyal friends. He says, visit the world, but reside and travel with trusted, loyal friends. Verse 42, behold, the world is tangled in disharmonious vibrations. Lo, many vibrations that are now disharmonious and tangled will become harmonious when untangled. Untangle the tangled vibrations of the disharmonious worlds and entities. Be thou an untangler, but be careful not to get tangled. Balance your visits to the tangled with companionship with the untangled. Our best friends vibrate within the spectrum of our intimate vibration. Even when they go on missions in fallen or contested worlds, they remain in the vibration of Christ consciousness. Lo, souls will always spiral with similar souls, though they will also interact with other souls on a less intimate basis. Relationships become ever more intimate nearest the heart of a spiral. That heart is within every part of the unity that is the all. That is where you will find us, within the circle of my best friends. There is an especially intimate circle that is the Lord and the Lady, and Jaja in Yah, which is the first family. That is first Yahweh, but expands to become the all, Yahweh, the universal all, that is all-inclusive. And there is a special circle that consists solely of the Lord Christ and the Lady Christ. Likewise, each other part of the expanding all Yahweh, the unity, is a circle within countless circles. You are a circle within a circle, and that is true socially in human relations, but is true also in every imaginable way, including within each of the four bodies that make us human. The particular circle that is the circle of our trusted, loyal friendship is one so pleasant that we feel called to give it great attention. In giving it our attention, we make it more real in our lives, and that is what you can do as well. Behold, what you give your attention to will affect you, even if you simply silently observe something. The more attention you give to something, the more you affect it, and the more it affects you. If you prioritize our relationship by giving us your greatest attention, you may become and remain inner circle, long-term, trusted, loyal friends, and will receive our greatest attention. Peri is a great example of a truly long-term friend, as are Nagoa, Ishael, Peter Greenman, Sheba, the Queen of the Seven, and many others throughout the Mother Ovum. Behold, the spiritual fellowship that we enjoy with our inner circles within inner circles of best friends cannot be forced on any being, neither can it be falsely attained. Lo, the best friend vibration is a particular vibration. It is very real. It is what it is and cannot be faked. That vibration is of the inner circles of the body of Christ. Wherefore the mystery schools and the various levels of initiation exist as an outer symbol of vibratory reality, rings within rings within rings, each ring in reality a spiral consisting of progressively more rarefied and transcendental vibration. Each spiral centered by Yah, the still point from which all movement emanates. That movement is the dance of Jadeh and Janah, and that dance manifests as the dance of Shemesh and Shemaiah within and all around. And that is the meaning of the symbol of the order of Shemesh and Shemaiah, the symbol that the Taoists in the far land of China call the yin-yang symbol. We rise high only when we bend low, and since the low vibrations of the dark valley are not high, we and our best friends visit the lower fields of vibration on missions of mercy, but we do not stay long without retreating to the forest of the high mountains. For lo, it is a painful crucifixion to walk amongst warfare and mayhem. Yea, it is painful to see what goes on in worlds where the group consciousness is not heavenly, as is the case in this contested world. Murder, thievery, rape, and other crimes are common occurrences in contested worlds and below. Wherefore, we balance our ministerial visits to the city with retreats to the wilderness. Bring the worthy that you meet in the cities to the wooded forests of retreat. Bring those that are most trustworthy to the campfire of the Lord and the Lady. Some not ready for our campfire are indeed ready for nature retreats to designated places that we may visit on our walks. Lo, to abandon the dark valley is to abandon the work of mercy of the body of Christ, and to abandon the high retreats is to abandon the well-being of sweet vibrations with select friends in garden paradises, which is the heaven on earth subgroup within the group consciousness. I tell you truly, abandon the high places and the low places will wear you out. Abandon the low places and you will not know the high places. You with the 3 that will be added to your number in Alexandria are a special circle within circles of our best friends. For not all of our best friends can accompany us on our journeys. Those that do, you 27 and the 3 to be added, are thus a very special circle. You are the fellowship of the trusted companions of the Lord and the Lady. All right. The next video is going to be about a sermon titled Ha Azanu that's given by Yahshua to the 32 former Aaronites. And that's coming to us out of chapter 75. And that's when he talks about the 4-person block. I'm finally going to get that up here. So that's going to be kind of like part 2 to this. So stay tuned for the next sermon that he gave to the other circle, because this travel companions was the inner circle, and then those 32 former Aaronites were called the outer circle. And yes, it was very well orchestrated and designed system that Yahshua had going here. So just going to continue to try to keep bringing that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.